Hi, it's April. When you are called and chosen by the Most High God, you have a couple of paths you can take. Unfortunately, at some point, those two paths take widely different routes, although at first they are parallel. What I'm seeing is a V, like only a gradual V. If you take one path, you go left, and if you take the other path, you go right. But those paths don't stray far from each other until you get to 1/3 upward in that V that I'm seeing in my spirit. What am I talking about? Called and chosen people end up having to be set apart from other people, from the masses, if you will. And what that looks like is other people don't accept everything that you're doing if you are following the directions of the Most High God, because other people have their own will and their own agenda, and those two things don't always match the will and agenda of the Most High God. Why? Because his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and his ways are higher than our ways. So his way of thinking will send a called and chosen person on a path that inevitably will not match a lot of the people around them, especially if they're surrounded by people who are not called and chosen, who are just called, who have not entered into the heart space that would allow them to obey the voice of the Lord consistently to the point where they have given up their own will to match that of God's will, like Abraham did. When God told Abraham to suddenly get up and move, there was no argument, there was no resistance, there was no pushback. Abraham just believed God and did what he said. Period. He didn't ask what his family members thought. He didn't ask his friends what they think. He didn't reach back and try and ask about it again and pray about it again, even though God already told him what to do and where to go. Instead, he just did it. And when you get to that point, you're going to piss some people off, excuse my language. Because what you're trying to do that you heard from God does not match their will and does not match their agenda. So it will force a separation from other people who do not agree with you. And I think that it feels bad for a second, for a little bit, but it will not be bad. It will not be bad in the end, because at the right side of that V will be other called and chosen people who are in agreement with you. There will always be more for you than there are against you. There will always be more on your side than there are against you, because even one with God is the majority. If it's just you and the Most High, you're the majority. It won't be like that, though. There will be other human beings who root for you and pray for you. Those that do that, though, are very often much quieter than the haters. Haters are loud. That's why it seems like there's more of them. But there's usually not more haters than people who love you. The people who love you are just often not ostentatious. Okay? Anyway, what I'm saying is, it's a process of breaking away from people who do not agree with God's agenda. I think that it's worth breaking out of being a people pleaser because people pleasers, when it becomes chronic, become prodigals. People pleasers become prodigal sons and daughters. You can't please all the people all the time, and you can't please people if their will and agenda are going against God's will and agenda. So I want to gently say, please choose. Choose this day who you will serve. Will it be God or man? Because we're going somewhere with this here, and there's not as much time left as there used to be during our parents' and grandparents' time. That's all I had to say right now. Much love, guys. Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.